Next, we are studying some of the high-level protocols. The first protocol we are studying here is HTTP, also called as Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Whenever you want to access some web pages in the internet, we are using HTTP protocols. How actually this HTTP protocol works, I will explain here. Now, the web pages are actually stored in a machine or a computer called as HTTP server. And in your computer, you have a web client. Web client means here HTTP client. For example, browsers like Google Chrome, Firefox, Opera, like that. Some of the browsers are available in your computer. These are called as HTTP clients. In the address bar, we are just typing the URL, means uniform resource locator of the HTTP server or the web page in the address bar of our web client. Whenever you press that URL, it creates one HTTP request and send it to the server, web server, also called as HTTP server. In that server, it will process that request and identifies the particular page which is provided by this URL is available in the web server. If that web page is available, it will send that page to the web client, and we can see the web page in our computer. If that web page is not available in the web server, it will send some error message to the web client and inform that that web page is not available. In some situation, the web servers are not sending any page to the web client because such pages or web pages are actually private. In such cases, it needs some authentication. To access that web page, it needs some authentication, or it will request for the username and password from the web client. If the web clients give the proper username and password, then he can access the web page. So all this process will be handled in the background by the HTTP protocol. All this web page transaction will be controlled by our HTTP protocol. HTTP is a connectionless protocol. That means when there is no connection will be established between the client and the server at the beginning. So HTTP uses a protocol called as TCP for the reliable data transfer of the web page. The TCP will provide between the source and the destination, and the data or the web page transmission will be occurs. The next one is called as HTTP is a stateless protocol. HTTP is also called as a stateless protocol. The reason is once the web page is delivered to the client machine, the connection between the source and the client, the connection between the client and the server will be disconnected. If the client make a request, another request to the same server, he has to establish one more connection to the server. Every time web page request will be done by the client to the same server, a separate connection will be established. So it is called as a stateless protocol. The server cannot identify or recognize the old clients. The next one is to ensure secure transmission of the data over the internet. HTTPS means HTTP over Secured Socket Layer was actually used. Instead of HTTP, we are using HTTPS. This will provide some security for the data transmission. Whenever you are transmitting any web page, if that web page contains some critical information like credit card information, username, passwords, or other secure information, in that case, this protocol will actually encrypt the data. Encrypt the data means the data which cannot be read by the in between any person. So the data sent by the server is encrypted and send it to the client. At the client machine, he can, or at the server, they can decrypt and recover the original data. So encryption facility will be provided by the HTTPS.